And Sam's looking at his young child, his young boy, reading this note, being like, what's going on here? Over the next couple of weeks, food continued to go missing from the kitchen, despite locks being changed several more times. The church's cook continued to have his stuff messed with, and more notes, handwritten notes on various pieces of paper and paper towels, began popping up, not just on Sam's desk, but also on other church officials' desks. These other church officials, when they got them, they were totally convinced that this had to be a prank. But for Sam, he just felt like, I don't know if this is a prank. It's not really funny. It isn't like the person doing it is really getting any big reaction. It's just kind of creepy and unsettling that somebody is, launching this bizarre campaign against the church. It didn't add up. But, even though this is all happening for weeks at this point, the final straw, at least in Sam's mind, happened the previous Sunday when he and his family were at church and his son was sitting in one of the front pews, and he grabbed a Bible and he opened it up. And sure enough, a note tumbled out of the Bible. It was one of those handwritten notes on a paper towel. And again, it referenced the murder of Leslie Gaddis. And Sam's looking at his young child, his young boy, reading this note, being like, what's going on here? Sam's like, this is totally unacceptable. It's one thing to be leaving these notes for adults to find, but now children are gonna be reading these notes? That's not okay. And so on March 17th, so roughly about a month and a half after all this strange stuff had begun happening in the church, Sam went to the maintenance crew of the church building and told them he wanted to set up a stakeout. Because by this point, Sam was starting to think, I don't know if just, some kid or kids from the elementary school are pranking the church. This has been going on for weeks now. It's sort of dark at this point with these notes that are being left all over the place. This doesn't really feel like just some kid. This actually feels like maybe an adult, maybe an outsider who's coming in to do this. For what reason, Sam didn't know, but he just felt like something's off here.